Hey guys, so I am here to set my October goals. So let's go ahead and get to it. This is my Makselife horizontal. I know it's been a really long time since I filmed a video. There's been some changes in how I'm doing my planning and setup and what I am using and all of that stuff. So as you can see, we definitely have a Makselife. This is a horizontal. And I love the paper in this planner. I didn't know if I would find a planner company that had paper as good as Erin Condren, but honestly, I think the Makselife paper is even better. It's so good. So I was sent this by somebody. Oh, there's like all these spots on it. Yeah. I was sent this planner from somebody, and so all of the yearly annual goal stuff was taken out. So I have my power sheets here still, which has my yearly goals in it. Yeah, it has my like yearly goals in it. So I used this to go back and like figure out what goals I wanted to set for the next quarter. Because here's what happened in 2021 is I set my goals like in December and January and like the first 2 days of January. And then I found out I was pregnant January 6th. And I started getting sick like around my birthday, which is January 27th. So then from the end of January until August 25th when I had my baby, I was throwing up every day. That's just how I operate when I'm pregnant. It's really hard and I don't like it. I don't like being that sick. It's totally worth it, of course. I love my baby. She's adorable. And I have 3 of them now. So we are done having kids, 100%. We're so excited to, you know, be moving on from the baby stage. And I mean, we're in the baby stage right now, but once we get out of it, we're done. So anyway, I was sick for 9 whole months. And so goals and stuff just didn't happen. I just didn't have the energy to do it or any other thing like that. Now I'm in a new stage of life where I have a newborn who needs me a lot. We're breastfeeding. She has colic, so I'm holding her a lot of the time. I also have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. So my 6-year-old's in 1st grade, so I have like homework to do with her and field trips and school stuff. And then I have a 3-year-old who's potty training right now and just needs like a lot of attention too. So it's there's just kind of a lot going on in my life, and so for far as goals go, I just needed to simplify them so much. So let's find my yearly goal page. This is what I had come up with at the beginning of the year. The number 1 goal was health, which, yeah, since I was pregnant and went out the door, I did focus a little bit on health when I was pregnant because I had gestational diabetes. And so I had to work through that and stuff, and now I'm trying to eat a little bit better now just because of that. It can add to your history. No negative weekly overdrafts with our finances. We would always do that, like dip into the negatives. It was annoying. And we'd have to like pull from our savings. We've been a lot better at it. Gardening, food storage, that definitely went out the window because I did not have any time or energy to garden in the springtime because I was like definitely in the 1st trimester and then the brunt of like the really bad sickness. Scriptures / relationship with Christ, I kind of worked on that. Organized home, nope. Relationship with Claire and Celeste, I did a little bit better with that. Over the summer we would go do fun things like to the zoo, and we went to the like museums and hiking, and we did a few different things. Reading, definitely kept up with that goal, and then outdoor time was last. So these are the goals I came up with at the beginning of 2021. So I kind of like I went through them and I was like, I can still do some of those goals. They're still interesting to me. Some of them are not, and I don't want to do them anymore. So, which is fine. So now, this is what bugs me about the wire coil is that it like moves a lot. So now we're into October and we're going to set our October goals. So for October, let's flip to it. I kind of want to cover this bottom part up, so let me, yeah. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to cover up what's down here. So this is my quarterly compass. I don't know what my previous numbers were because I got rid of my first Makselife. I actually bought one in January. It was a vertical and I started to use it and I filled everything out, but then I never stuck through it. So this is what they are currently though. Personal 6, fun and recreation I put as a 4, mostly because I was like, I just didn't do anything with it. Work and learning 3. School I had to put on hold because I had a baby, and with my job I quit my job like back in March because I was so sick. Family and relationships I put 5. Health and wellness 2. Spiritual personal growth 7. Financial 3. And then physical environment 7. So the areas I really want to focus on improving a little bit this quarter are financial, health and wellness, and work and learning, which I should because school has started. It says, what personal actions contributed the most to these results? Having a baby kind of threw everything off, which is true. 3 words to describe how I generally felt over the last 90 days. Tired, because when you have a newborn, you're just tired. I put blessed and then happy because, yeah, just because you're tired doesn't mean you're not happy. I think a lot of people associate being tired with depression, and that can be very true in a lot of cases, but for me it was just being tired from waking up every 2 hours. So yeah, I'm still not going to be getting a lot of sleep. I'm still waking up with a baby, so sleep is definitely not one of my focus goals or anything like that, which is totally fine. It doesn't need to be. I don't need to have like these goals all the time, you know, that match everybody else. Okay, so I'm kind of changing things up already. I picked out, so I'm getting a lot of inspiration for this video from Taylor from Tattoo Teacher's Plans. If you've ever watched her goal videos, they're amazing. I will definitely link her channel below because all of what I'm doing is coming from inspiration from her. So I have a clear color dot marker, and this is the color Fawn. And then I did pull out the brown highlighter because, you know, October, I don't know. But I'm like, I don't know if I really want brown anymore. So I think I'm going to go with this like orangey color instead. So let's pull this out. I actually wrote all my goals down like on a piece of paper when I was brainstorming them. Yeah, that's a good color to do for this month. Okay, so, and it matches the Makselife Fun and Recreation color. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip this. And I know Makselife is coming out with their new products November 17th, so put that in your calendars if you're interested in getting this goal system. So for personal, I have a few ideas. Let me pull out my annual goals so I can show you guys kind of how I like my annual goal breakdowns, not just the... Like, I love power sheets and stuff, but I don't know, it was just too much for me. I love this Makselife system a little bit better in this stage of life because I can just break it down a little bit simpler. Okay, so here were my goals that I had. It's health, and then I like broke them all down. So, okay, so my first goal is going to be reading. Let me flip to that one. So for my reading goal, I put to read 36 books for 2021, which is 3 books a month. I wrote this is my version of self-care. I wanted to do YouTube reviews, book challenges, and film readathons and read like new titles. Make a TBR list. Kindle, I did get a new Kindle in January of last year. Read to the girls. I do read to my kids all the time. And I do definitely read 15 minutes or 20 minutes a day. So I'm really good on this goal. I still want to keep going though, and I definitely have not ever made a TBR list, but I'm thinking of making one. It's a to be read list. I'm thinking of making one for October. But maybe I can put that as a like a weekly action item. So let me go ahead and put this down. And then we're gonna write in for my goal this month is actually to read 4 books. And for that, I like how Taylor takes like her mild liner and then just like makes little, what are these, like tally marks, which I've already read 2 books, so I could check 2 of those off. But when it's only October 4th today, I've read 2 books this month already, because yeah, I stayed up way late even after I fed the baby at 2 in the morning. Just stayed up and kept reading the book. While I read books a lot while I'm feeding her, like on the Kindle. So okay, so that's 1, 2, it looks like I have 4, 3, 4. So along with my book goal, I actually started a Bookstagram account, which is like an account on Instagram dedicated to all things reading and all my reading content. So I will link it down below. It's at Bookish Holiday. So BOOKISH and then HOLLADAY. Bookish Holiday. So it's really fun. And for Bookstagram, I want to grow to 100 followers. That's like one of my goals. And I think it's reachable. I have like 65 right now. So I just need to keep posting and grow. And I want to try and do 1 post a day, but that'll be a weekly action item that will hit this monthly goal. Okay, so there's that one. The next one, which has nothing to do with any of my yearly goals, is just to get my nails done or a new manicure done twice a month. So these are Red Aspen nails. I love them. I'll also leave a link to that below if you're interested in purchasing them. But that is like so therapeutic to me to have my nails done, and it just makes me feel better. And as a mom, it's like one of the few things that I do for myself, so I could look like terrible but my nails are done and I feel better. I'm gonna zoom in, sorry. Okay, and then the last one is December daily foundation pages. Okay, so for my December daily foundation pages, like that's like my memory keeping, and I know a lot of people put that in like spiritual or personal growth, but I'm pretty religious, so I have other things to put over there. So for this one, I really want to get my foundation pages at least like the first 2 weeks of December done this month, and then in November finish the last 2 pages. 2 weeks I meant, because then that way I can actually like get it done. So and then by the time December rolls around, it's time to get going on December daily. I'm not like behind already. Okay, so my focus for this month was I pulled it out of the list of words. I don't know where my list of words went. I think I have it at the beginning though still. Yeah. So this is, since I bought this planner from somebody else highlighted all these. I did not. But for personal, the word that I chose is hobbies. So that's what I'm going to write for my focus, because all of these are my hobbies. Books, nails, and December daily are all hobbies. So that's my personal goals. Okay, let's move on to fun and recreation, which I'm so excited for. My focus for fun and recreation is laughter. That word really stood out to me because I want to bring some laughter and some joy back into our lives, especially after me being so sick from being pregnant for so long, and then our baby was in the NICU for 9 days, and So I was crying a lot because of that, and yeah, it was a lot to handle. So I have 3 things here to put down. So the first is we're gonna go on vacation this month. We're gonna go to St. George and go swim in the pool and maybe go up to like a crawdad picking place where you can go like catch crawdads. I don't even know what crawdads are. I think they're like crabs or something, right? Guys, I don't even know. But my friend posted it on her social media and it looked really fun. So I'm just gonna write St. George trip, because that is definitely going to bring some laughter for us, and my kids are so excited to swim in a pool. My dad always laughs because he's like, I spent $4,000 to take you guys to Disneyland and all you want to do is swim in the hotel pool. And it is true. If you have kids, that's definitely all they want to do. The next thing is a Halloween party. We actually have 2. And I'm just going to write Halloween party / Halloween. Because, you know, costumes and trick-or-treating and all of that will be super fun. And then the last thing is I want to take the kids to a pumpkin patch. So we want to get that done for sure. Okay, work and learning. This is finally starting to get back into things for me too. Oh, the word purpose is what stood out to me on this one. So let's put that down. That's my focus. So purpose. And then I have 3 things or 2 things here. Looks like I have 2 things. So we'll just do 1, 2. The first one is to text my boss at the library. I quit my job in March, but she wants me to come back and teach music and movement at the library and also be like a page. So I'm going to text her, text Donna / meet in person to go over the next steps, like with my career there. And then the next one is for school is to finish my child development course. Sorry if you hear my 3-year-old screaming. They're watching Corpse Bride, but she's not paying attention, obviously. Okay, family and relationships. For this goal, I am going to... Oh, quality time. That was because since having all of the things, I want to spend one-on-one time, if I possibly can, with each person in my immediate family. So, for quality time, family and relationships, we have 1. I actually have 4 in this category. The first one is to do a date night with Zach, which we already have one set up and babysitters planned out for Wednesday. Today is Monday, the 4th of October. So date night with Zach, and we want to do it once a month. I want to potty train Celeste, which we're like halfway there. We're getting there. She's doing really good. And then I want to go on a field trip with Claire because I'm pretty sure her school is going to go on a field trip this month. And so I want to do that. And then I want to keep breastfeeding Grace. I'm just going to write keep up with breastfeeding. If you've ever breastfed in your life, it is very hard. It is probably one of the hardest things I've done. People make you think that it's just like they automatically latch on and they know what to do, but they don't. And it, like, you have supply problems and you have nipple issues. Sorry, I said that word online. And you have You know, the baby likes to fall asleep because breast milk is so warm and they're cuddling you, and then they'll fall asleep in the middle of a feed and you have to wake them up, and then you have weight gaining issues. So there's just so many things with breastfeeding that it's so hard to work through it all. So keeping up with breastfeeding for me, like, this is the longest I've breastfed any of my children, because it can be such a challenge. So I'm very proud of myself right now that we have kept up with it this far. And like, honestly, it's one of my biggest like accomplishments right now is that I have stuck to this goal. So I want to keep doing it. I actually set a goal, keep up with breastfeeding. I want to breastfeed her for 1 year. I'm just gonna write BF 1 year. So she's almost 6 weeks old, so we have a long ways to go. And she does get supplemented with formula still, just because of, like I mentioned earlier, weight gain issues. But overall, it's going really good. Okay, so those are those goals, and then we're gonna flip to this side. Health and wellness. For my word for health and wellness, I just chose keep it going as my focus. So, because there's not much I can do yet. I mean, I'm not even 6 weeks postpartum. I am 6 weeks postpartum this coming week, but I'm still having some issues postpartum this far into it, which I've never had before with any of my kids. So I'm talking to my doctor this week on Thursday when I go. But yeah, it's just a whole thing. So, okay. So yeah, I have drink water. Eat breakfast. I sometimes skip breakfast, you guys. By the time I get my oldest off to school and the baby fed and Celeste settled, I'm like, I want to take a minute and breathe. And so I sometimes forget to eat breakfast. And then I also want to walk Claire to school more. I often drive her because it's quicker and I can just throw the kids in the car and we drive her, drop her off, and then come back. But walking her to school, her school is literally like 0.2 miles away from our house. So walking her to school is just a really good way for me to get that exercise in, the little bit that I can do since I'm postpartum. So there we have it. Focus for, like, this is how simple your goals can be. Like, you don't have to do like big, huge things, you know? You can just keep it really simple. Like, you could even take out, eat breakfast if you wanted to, and just drink water and walk. I suggest eating breakfast though. Okay, for spiritual and personal growth, I'm gonna flip this. And, oh my goodness. I think the word was faith that I was looking at, but yeah, faith is kind of, that's like sticking out to me a little bit right now, so we'll just stick that word. So I'm just gonna write it here. Faith. Okay, and then for my 3, I have 3 things that I want to do, which is to read scriptures every day, listen to All In podcast, I think 4 times a month, and then listen to 1 conference talk a week. I must talk up. Oh well. So that means the podcast will have 4 and the conference talk will have 4. Yeah, yeah, I want to just listen to a talk from my church leaders once a week and listen to this podcast called All In, and it's really good. I also want to read, I'm going to add this one in. I want to read a Christian book or a faith-based book this month. And I think the one that I'm looking at reading is Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. I've heard that's really, really good. So we'll add that in. Maybe that can be part of my read 4 books a month goal too. All right, financial. Financial is on my yearly list, but I'm not going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going with what we've got here. I think my focus for financial, I'm actually not going to flip to the focus words because I already know what it is, which is savings. I do not know why I did not capitalize faith, and I'm capitalizing all the other words. I don't know. Sometimes. Okay, so I have 3 things. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. So the first one is to budget by paycheck, because my husband gets paid every week. And so I want to budget by paycheck, because then that way it's a little bit more organized and I know exactly where the money for that paycheck is going instead of budgeting by the month. Budget by paycheck doesn't mean you live paycheck to paycheck. It just means you budget your money by how you get it. Hopefully that makes sense. The next thing I want to do is transfer my spending money to personal account. Because I've been using our joint account to spend money, and that account is supposed to be only for paying bills, and then my personal account is supposed to be for like whatever I want to use my money for. And then we just want to save. I'm just gonna put save. I was gonna put like a dollar amount to that, but I decided not to. Okay, the last one here is the physical environment. And what I want to focus on is organization, because we have some big like rearranges that we have to make because of adding a new person to our family, even if she is a little person. So we need to clean this office upstairs. And then we need to move Zach's office up here. So then he'll share an office, or we'll share an office. And then we need to get Grace's room finished, like her crib and dresser and chair, like a rocking chair and stuff set up in there, and the baby monitor and all of that. Okay, so these are my monthly goals. Let me zoom out and we can zoom back in a little bit. Okay, so these are my monthly goals. I'm really excited about them. They turned out really good. Maybe I could do a check there. I don't think there's anything else that I can do a check for. I do have a lot more. Oh, I can do 2 times a month here. 1, 2. Which I already done 1, because I did my pumpkin nails. I don't know if you can tell that they're pumpkins. There you go. They're so cute. Alright, so that is my... Okay, sorry, the memory card was full, so I had to go delete some old footage of videos that I never posted. But this is the end of my monthly goals. So now we just move on to our weekly actions. So I have these stickers from Romo Plans that I printed off. She has these headers like in her shop. It's like a printable shop. So you can just, if you have a silhouette machine, you can print and cut them yourself. And I think they're so cute. So they're super cheap, like I think $3 or something, but you get to print it as many times as you want once you have the file. Oh, sorry. Let me turn the ISO down a little bit. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Okay, family relationships, health and wellness. Spiritual and personal growth, financial, and physical environment. Okay, so one of the big reasons, deciding factors that I'm going to go with Makselife for 2022 is that I've been watching Power Sheets review videos, and it seems like the wording in the Power Sheets is basically the same as the Makselife, and I was like, oh, they're putting the categories and the same things down that Makselife is doing. So I was like, I'm just gonna go with Makselife because I like them. Okay, so for personal, it was, well, we've got to at least read one book this month or this week. Bookstagram, I want to post one like Instagram post every day and then maybe do one reel. I was going to say 2 reels, but that sounds overwhelming. Let's do one Instagram reel. So, and that should be good this month since we're going to go on vacation. So, what did I say? Read a book. Read one book. One book. Post on Instagram 7 times. And then record and post a reel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lots of check marks for that one. Okay. Fun and recreation. We have our St. George trip is actually this week. So I'm just going to put that in. That's it. We're only going to focus on that one thing. So St. George trip. Because it's going to be a little chaotic with 3 kids and one of them's a newborn. Okay, work and learning. I put text Jana and then child development course. So I'm just going to focus on the child development course because that's a lot. And we're going to do modules 1 and 2 this week. I don't think it needed an apostrophe. Modules 1 and 2. Okay, good. Family and relationships. There's a lot happening there. But this week is potty training week, so we're focusing on Celeste right now and getting that done. So we'll just say Celeste potty train. Okay. For health and wellness, I'm just gonna write all of them because I want to drink water. I want to eat breakfast, and then I think I want to walk Claire to school at least 3 times this week. So we'll just say drink water. I don't really have a specific goal for that. I just want to drink it more. Eat breakfast, and then walk Claire to school. Okay. Spiritual and personal growth. Read scriptures every day. For sure. We'll have to add that in. So there's 1. Listen to an all-in podcast. and listen to conference talk. We'll just do those 3. So, read scriptures every day. Podcast and 1 conference talk. Okay, perfect. That's that. And then let's see. So financial, yeah, we need to budget this week. I need to work on my budget overhaul basically. And then we'll just do save because we'll work on the other one too. I'll work on that later when we're not going out of town. Budget, overhaul, and then save. And then for our physical environment, clean office upstairs. None of that is going to get done this week, to be honest, because we are going on vacation. I just want to get our house clean because I love to come back to a clean house. So I'm just going to say clean house for trip. So that's what we'll have to do this week. So there we have it. Those are my weekly action items. I hope you guys could see it. Sorry, the lighting is kind of weird. It's like super late at night and I have the studio lights up. And then I was messing around with my ISO and probably messed up the lighting. So sorry about that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked the video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Like I said, most of this inspiration comes from Taylor from Tattoo Teacher's Plans, and I will leave her channel down below. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I look forward to filming another goals video soon. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.